The Strength of Silence and True Friends. For as long as she could remember, Nabila had been 1/3 of a trio gang. But as she sat at the library table, watching Nushin lean over her shoulder to copy her physics notes, Nabila realized she didn't feel like a friend. She felt like a human answer key. Beside them, Nithya was busy texting, only looking up to ask when the exam guide would be finished. Nabila's heart felt heavy, a quiet realization dawning on her. They didn't want her, they wanted her grades. That night, the silence of her bedroom felt louder than the trio's constant group chat pings. Nabila looked at the messages, demands for homework, complaints about teachers, and subtle jabs at her quietness. With a deep breath and a steady hand, she did something she had been too afraid to do for months. She tapped their profiles and hit block. The screen went still. The noise stopped. For the first time, she chose her own peace over their presence. The next morning at school was anything but quiet. News of the split traveled fast, and the trio wasn't going down without a fight. In the crowded hallway, Nithya cornered Nabila near the lockers. Her face was a mask of dramatic concern, her voice loud enough for others to hear. She tried to grab Nabila's sleeve, pleading for a chat about why Nabila was being so dramatic. Nabila felt the heat of 100 eyes, but she kept her hands tucked away. Nushin joined the pursuit during the lunch break. She followed Nabila across the courtyard, shouting apologies that sounded more like accusations. "We're sorry if you're offended, Nabila." "Don't be like this." Nabila didn't turn around. She knew that responding would only feed the fire of school gossip. She maintained her wall of silence, walking toward the one person she knew she could trust. Even in the sanctuary of the media center, the reach of the duo found her. Latika, a girl from her history class, approached Nabila's table looking incredibly uncomfortable. She held a folded piece of notebook paper in her hand. "They asked me to give this to you," Latika whispered, glancing around to see if anyone was watching. "They said it's an official apology." Nabila looked at the paper and then at Latika. She knew the school was waiting for a reaction, a shout, a cry, a scene. But Nabila simply placed a finger to her lips, offering Latika a small, sad smile. She didn't take the note, nor did she say a word about the girls who sent it. She wouldn't let her private pain become public entertainment. Latika, seeing the quiet strength in Nabila's eyes, slowly pulled the note back. Later, tucked away in their favorite corner of the park, Nabila finally sat down with Sanjana. Sanjana didn't ask for gossip or demand details. She simply held out an envelope that had been tucked into Nabila's backpack earlier that day. "They gave this to me to give to you," Sanjana said softly. "I told them I'd deliver it, but I also told them that whatever you choose to do with it is your business. I'm here for you, not them." Together, they opened the letter. It was filled with hollow words. "We miss your help," and "School is harder without you." There was no mention of the times they ignored her or the way they made her feel small. As Nabila read, she felt a wave of clarity. These weren't the words of friends, they were the words of people who missed a service she provided. Sanjana watched her, waiting until Nabila finished before speaking. "Nabila," Sanjana said, her voice steady and grounding. "Before you think about replying, I want you to ask yourself 3 things. 1. Do they celebrate your success when it has nothing to do with them? 2. Do they listen to your stress, or do they only talk about their own? And 3. Do they stand up for you when you aren't in the room? Nabila looked at Sanjana and knew the answers immediately. The silence between them wasn't empty, it was full of respect. Nabila took the letter, folded it back up, and tucked it away, not to answer, but to remember why she left. She looked at Sanjana, her true best friend, and felt a weight lift off her shoulders. She didn't need a gang to feel seen. She just needed one person who valued her heart more than her homework. As they walked away together, laughing about a silly joke Sanjana made, Nabila knew she had finally found her voice through the power of her silence.